But I still like what I've got for myself, though. Don't get me wrong. Especially if I'm just playing solo. If I'm just practicing by myself with no song in the background or backing tracks or something like that. And I think I sound pretty good. Such is the plight of any guitar hobbyist. Always searching for that perfect tone, you know? Anyways, I kind of lost track. I think we're on 3. I think we've got 3 more after this one. We have about 130, or no, 230 grenades. Yeah, we need this one to get us up to 300. And 2 more for the last 100. I guess just 2 more after this one. Yeah, that tone stuff is true, especially for like extended techniques or alternate tunings. Like I said, my guitar is some kind of random guitar off the shelf. It's a Mitchell brand. I like the guitar. I like playing it. I like that it was 150 bucks. But, you know, if I want to tune it to a different tuning, it has a hard time keeping intonation with those alternate tunings for sure. And, gonna say, oh, extended techniques like tapping. I don't know if tapping's really extended at this point, but tapping, selective picking, hybrid picking, and thumping are all pretty difficult to do, I would say, on my guitar. There's been times where I go to a guitar center and I just pick up a guitar off the shelf that's like some, I don't know, like a signature guitar or some better guitar that, that has a lot better hardware. And I just pick it up and tune it, and right away it responds way better than mine, and I'm like, what the heck? Where was this? When I'm practicing at home, you know what I mean? So it's a little disappointing, wanting to play all these different songs. I just physically can't, because my guitar is not really made for it. Some people would say, oh, just get better, because you should be able to play it anyways, no matter what guitar you're using, but I mean, I guess it's true, you should be able to get some kind of, like, notes out of it, or some kind of articulation out of what you're doing. Even if it doesn't really translate through the guitar. Still. Even if I try to practice slowly and try to build up my, you know, my chops for the technique, it still doesn't really work. Sometimes. Someday when I've got that kind of money saved up, I'll get myself my dream guitar. Go to the moon. It's not gonna be for a long time though. Right, how many do we have now? AB needs 150 plus 172, about 325. Okay, so we're 2 more then. We got shorted on our last couple ones, so about more. 325. We need to get up to 396, I think, specifically. Maybe this could work against the wall, actually. I didn't even think about that. If this is working against Queen Bee like this, I think we could use it against the wall, too. You can switch between this and Bee-Nades. Probably get some good work done. Yeah, man, I don't know why guitar has to be such an expensive hobby. And I get it. I mean, almost any artistic hobby is pretty expensive. Most hobbies in general, I think, are pretty expensive, but artistic ones in particular tend to get up there. You're painting, you gotta get, like, kinda need a whole room just to put the easel. You gotta get all types of brushes and paints and canvases and all that stuff. Not to mention the time it takes to do all that. Which is this? 193 plus 173. What is that? 17 plus 19. 17 plus 19 is 36. So that's about 360, I think. One more. Yeah, you know, if you want to play guitar at a slightly higher than like beginner or intermediate level, you've got to get a DAW, digital audio workstation, which costs anywhere from like 50 to 300 bucks. You've got to get a laptop that can run that without crashing, which can run you about the same price, if not more. Probably more. You gotta get an audio interface, which costs a lot more money. Some cables to patch all that together. You want to run pedal boards. One pedal can run you like 200 bucks, depending on the brand. The board itself can run you about 200 bucks. You need a guitar. You need accessories for the guitar. You need picks, capos, straps, any other slides or whatever gadgets you want to use while you're playing. Not to mention all the plugins you use in the digital audio workstation. If you know how to read sheet music, to get a good sheet music program, that costs money too, so all adds up, you know? You start getting into gear and you're like, oh, I need a room just for the music too, so you get a little, like a 2-bed apartment just so you can have one room to put all your music stuff. You get speakers, you get all this acoustic stuff for the room. You gotta get cables to patch all that together. You get extra pedals, you get extra instruments. Blah, 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 blah. Starts to really add up, you know? I guess that's kind of the dream for me right now, to be honest. Let's get an entire room dedicated to music stuff, or studio. I hesitate to call it a studio, because studios could be kind of anything. I went to a guy's studio one time, and it was his entire living room and his bedroom, or one of his bedrooms, was a studio. His living room was turned into a space for bands. Had amplifiers, instruments, a drum set, all that stuff for a band. And then all of that ran up to his producer room, which had his computer, all that other stuff for listening and and producing. So his studio was more like half of his house. When I'm talking about just one room for everything, myself. Studio could be like pretty much anything, but that would be the dream. To have an entire room for all my music stuff, separate from my own bedroom. Whatever. This enough? Be about 200 or 400. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Go ahead and craft all that into B-nades. There we go. We'll go ahead and take these into the boss. We can put that vanity set away. We can throw these away now that we have unlimited grenades. Harvester parts, we can put those away. I guess we'll just put this accessory away for later. And the obsidian rose, I don't know if we need that, but we'll put it away just in case. We have sparkling honey already. I don't see it here, so let's go and put it on. Yeah, we'll put this stuff away for now. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and try this guy again. For now, I'm gonna keep just spawning him near the middle. Again, I don't think we're gonna get too far into the fight yet. So we do some more attempts. Go ahead and use the Black Anurian for some of it. And otherwise, we can use B-nades. They're nice because they do have a faster attack rate than normal grenades, so you can just kind of spam them a lot. And again, they spawn bees, so you don't have to worry about like aiming them too hard. And they'll just take care of all of the those minions and the leeches that you see. Just generally do a lot of damage, so you can keep from dying. They are pretty nice. Still a tough fight, apparently. We might be here for a while. So we need to worry about dodging the lasers, obviously. That's easy enough by itself. Then he shoots out those crescents, those like demon scythe things. It seems like those home onto me. It might be a little harder to dodge those. And fireballs at the same time as those, and leeches. We've got to deal with like 4 different things at any given time. The leeches do drop health, so we're not completely, lost in the water there. when it comes to healing. Yeah, typically those things behind him drop health, but I guess he just faster than them, so we can't get the health from them. Oh, 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 hello. Okay, so I was wrong. Oh god, I was completely wrong about the phases of the fight. Okay. Okay, well that's something. That's gonna be tough to beat. So the entire first phase, I suppose, can be taken care of by this thing, by this weapon. That's fine. Second phase, we'll try to use this, but we might need B-nades by then. Or something else. I did not know he did that. So the eyes are going to detach from the body, circle around me, while still shooting lasers, and I would assume that the mouth still is going to do the thing that it's doing now, so we're just going to have to be even better about dodging. Alright. I can definitely see then, at this point, that these buildings might actually be more of a problem than I thought. I thought as long as we got rid of, like, 10 blocks of clearance for ourselves, then we'd be okay, but it looks like we're probably going to need more than that. So if we don't end up beating him today, I'll go ahead and clear the rest of the underworld. Above the platform, I'll go ahead and clear most of that space out so we have it available. And try again. If I can do this, I guess I could just still use the Ganurian here if I just aim for this upper eye. Alright. Oh, it changes. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. We'll just use the Ganurian then. Seems like our best bet. Maybe the Archerfish can help out as well. I don't know how much damage that is going to do, though. Can try both of those. I think the guide spawned already? Yes, okay. Go again. Asphalt would be really nice right now. Be running a lot faster if we had asphalt here. Can't make it yet. So. Like normal, we just gotta struggle until we get through this boss. Yeah, this will be fine for the first phase. Dodge. Now the buildings are blocking some of the lasers, so I mean... they're kind of a problem, but they kind of help us. Got that going for us, I guess. Ah, this is tough. Tough, man. Let me try going the other way again. Feels kind of awkward going right to left, if I'm honest. I don't know why, this just feels a little bit better to my brain. Feels like I don't have to think about it as hard. I want to try using the archer fish during the second phase. Come on. Alright. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a matter just getting used to the speed of the fight, dodging well, and probably by next week getting rid of the houses so we can actually dodge a bit more effectively. Oh god, okay, so what do we know? We know about the lasers, obviously, we know about the demon scythes, fireballs, and leeches. And now, you know, at half health, it seems like the wall continues to get faster, so we have to just keep running and not bump into anything. The eyeballs detach and surround us, and they move, so they could be above us, below us, or one of each, while they still shoot lasers. I don't think anything else changes at that point, so we're still going to get the demon scythes, the fireballs, and the leeches otherwise. It's just a matter of dodging, I guess. Seems like it's a fairly long fight, at least for me right now. Unirian can chip away health pretty consistently, and I think might have to stick with that for the rest of the fight, or again switch to the archer fish. Just keep pot-shotting the one eye that trails behind us. And I guess at this point we don't really know if there's a phase 3. Could be. Again, I don't know if there is. So, at least for now, I'm going to say our best bet is going to be dodging, getting rid of the houses, and just doing as many attempts as we can. And eventually, we'll just survive longer than the wall and eventually win. We're not going to be getting adrenaline. We should be getting rage, but I don't think we're close enough to the boss physically to actually build up rage. So that's annoying. But I'm not going to be counting on adrenaline because it's too much on screen for me to not get hit for that long. Managing our health potion is going to be crucial as well. I feel like I'm already dead. Got hit like twice and I'm already dead. Okay. Alright. Yes, it's going to be up to doing attempts over and over again. Obviously, we gotta wait for the guide every time, too. Alright, well... looking like we're gonna have to take this into next week, unfortunately. Didn't really expect gotta be this tough. I mean, I guess it makes sense, you know, being the last boss before hard mode, but just didn't expect it. Do NPCs spawn during slime rain? You have to wait for this to end. Is that what we're doing? Guess we gotta wait for this to end. Alright, well, I don't know how long slime rain typically lasts, so it might be here for a while. Oh, never mind, there he is. Took a while. For some reason. Alright, let's keep going. I'm gonna try using the archer fish during the first phase. Probably not gonna do that much damage, but let's try it. Yeah, a lot of our shots are gonna be blocked by these buildings here. And I don't want to shoot the mouth if I can avoid it, because it takes less damage than eyes, but... we are, I guess. Oh, what was that? Do that. Scared me. Alright, so this isn't bad. We are doing some damage, but I mean, like... we gotta kill this guy before we get to the edge of the world, or else we just die. So the other weapon's probably still our best bet. Even if we use the ranger gear. Guess we can try trade winds as well. Again, I think most of our shots are going to be blocked by the buildings. So let's just keep using the frog. Why do you keep charging at me? Dodge, and I can't dodge when you charge at me like that. Okay. Go again. Really just have to be good at dodging. Seems like even if we get caught by like one laser, that sets us up to get hit by like 3 other things. Basically, just gonna kill us right away.